Hello everybody, this is Aubni here, and today we are back on the Ripple Effect server in the Moonlight theme park here in the Tundra Dome, where Decoy built a big multiplayer game. It's a 4-player competitive game, so expect some playing of that game pretty soon, I guess, maybe. I think it's gonna be fun. It looks fun. It's kind of a mix between a roller coaster and a like shoot each other in the face kind of thing. So really cool. Really looking forward to trying this out. But other stuff has also changed. It's stuff that I made and not other people. This year, finally, I made it and I like the way it's done. So that's a very good thing. Uh, Basically, if you don't remember or if you weren't there when I talked about it, the problem that I had with this place was that it was hard to walk through it. Always blocks, and you would like cutting corners, and you would hit your shoulders on blocks, and it would kind of be hard to walk through it. So I just made one big kind of a boulevard thing, big street here. And also like a bit more open spaces, so like this one here, so it's just way easier to walk through it. And so yeah, this dome is done, so the only thing left before we can call all the domes completely finished, and I really mean completely, because this one is pretty much already finished, but I need to add a bit more color variation in these this plane here and this one here, these two kind of planes. Oh, maybe here as well. Anyway, so I just need to add some more different shades of brown like I have in the other places. Like I have here, different shades of brown and some gray. I just need to add some here and there in those little spots, but that's not something that I'm gonna... What's that? Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I got distracted here. But yeah, it's not something that I'm gonna do right now because I I don't want to like spend 1 hour just placing blocks here and there to have them all being torn apart, torn out by someone else who wants to build a game. That's someone else being potentially myself. So I'm just gonna wait until there are more games built in here, and then when it's done, I'm gonna add this little color variation because that's just the decision that I made. So yeah. So this one is pretty much done as well. So I think we can call this whole project pretty much done. Yay! Hooray! But I have another project in here as well. I'm gonna build another mini game, and this one is gonna be kind of inspired by the escape games things that are happening in real life. Like you get locked in a room, you have a certain time to find the door, the key to the door, and then you can leave and stuff like that. So something like that. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, what I want to do for this game, and I'm gonna make it here because there's no game in this one yet. So yeah. So I'm gonna start digging stuff out. I'm gonna try and find a place to put it, and then I'm gonna bring you back to show you a bit more about what's gonna be in okay, so thing. I dug down this street here into a tunnel that goes down here that leads to this thing here, this big hole that I dug out. That's where I'm gonna put the game. So here's gonna be the floor for the room where it's gonna be. So there are a few things that I want to add first. First, these doors. So we're gonna have, of course, it's on the wrong side, obviously. These doors here, there we go. That's gonna be the entrance. So you're gonna come in from here. There's probably gonna be like a pressure plate or something. When you step on it, opens these doors, starts the game, and then you can play it, have fun and stuff. And then, of course, I Oh no, wait, I want to put them on the other way around, so something like that. If I do that and that, yes, I want to put them like that because that's the exit. And just in case the players find, I don't know, redstone torch or any form of powering mechanism that could, you know, power doors, I don't want them to flip the door, so I want them to be in a closed position at first. When the doors are closed, I want them to be powered. Basically, is what I want to say. So something like that. So that way, if I have a torch and I put it here, can't open this one. Okay, today I learned something new. We can apparently place redstone torches on doors, apparently, new thing. But this one here, I'm okay with players being able to open it. And it doesn't even power the door. That's funny. Sorry, I don't want the players to be... I don't care if the players are able to open them if they find a redstone torch or something, because it just means that they can leave the game and give up. Something else that's gonna be here in any escape game, escape the room game, there is a timer. You don't have like 6 hours to spend it on that thing, or as much time as you want to spend on that thing. You need to solve all the all of that, all the puzzles and all the enigmas in a limited time. So to oops, no, don't be like that. Nor should you. So the way we're gonna count or see how much time we have left is gonna be using just some hoppers that are gonna empty into each other or to the next one. So there's probably gonna be a chest here or something. And this last hopper here is gonna be locked. So it's gonna unlock when the game starts. So that way, let me just put a block here. So yeah, if there's an item or something, it's gonna be filled with items, so all the lights are gonna be on at first, but as time passes by, this will get emptied and all that. So whenever a light gets turned off, it means that time has passed. Well, I mean, when time passes, it means time has passed. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, it's just gonna be a time indicator. Why am I trying to explain it more than that? You know how that works. So the more lights you have, the more time you have left, and if you don't have any more lights on, it means you lost, and we're gonna be able to detect that by detecting the fact that this hopper here is empty. So when that hopper is empty, it means the players have lost. So there's going to be one here and one on the other side. They're going to be synchronized. They're both going to work the exact same way. Although one of them is also going to have a note block just to help, I don't know, like notice that time flies by. Just to put a little something more, you know, a little sense of urgency. But anyway, yeah, so that's for that. For the timers, there's going to be, as I said, one on the other side. And finally, here the objective is going to be to leave the room, as the name implies. So there's going to be these doors here. We want to find, there's going to be like a little combination here. That's gonna be wait, I'm just gonna build it, just a second. There it is, and we're gonna have some levers. So there's gonna be 8 numbers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have to flip the switches for the numbers that are part of the combination. So let's say we find that the combination is 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7, something like that. That's how we would enter it, and then it would allow us to escape this room. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have planned so far for this thing. Now I'm gonna finish building the inside of the room. Then I'm gonna bring you back to show a bit more of the redstone that's gonna be behind the whole thing. like activating when the game starts, and that's how it's gonna activate the timers and all that stuff. I'm not gonna show too much of well, I'm not gonna show any of the answers to any of the puzzles because you know I want to keep a little bit of mystery. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. So I'm gonna decorate this room. I'm gonna build this room, and then I'm gonna bring you back. Wow, words are hard. Sorry. Later. Well, plenty of things have changed in this area since the last clip. First things first, I kind of decorated the tunnel. And by decorated, I mean I just added some lights in the wall, and it is ugly. And I'm okay with that. I'm gonna work something out here eventually, just not now. I'm not inspired to do a tunnel. But I have added a lot of stuff here. So first I decorated the inside of this room. So some colors up there and some pistons on the ceiling and some chests here that are locked by this block here. So basically you're gonna have to find clues on how to open these chests, and through that you will find some various enigmas that are gonna give you the answers that you're looking for to get the right combination up there. And now let's well, I also added these pressure plates on the ground and this button here, which apparently does nothing except maybe send me a text message because I just got one. Let's not worry about that. If you didn't hear it, good for you. But yeah, what we have here is, well, now I deactivated it, but when you step on either of those pressure plates, it sends a signal up here that activates, that pushes this piston here. That is a non-sticky piston, so it just starts the game basically. So it will send power in those two lines here. One is sending it up there towards a, well, I can, no, I don't have to start it. But yeah, it basically unlocks the hopper here, so it starts the timer. And on the other side, there's the exact same thing, and at the same time, oops, it sends power to this piston here. So let's just take a look at it. Just like that. So basically it locks the way here so that no one, when the game starts, no one can join in the fun or anything like that. And also when the game has started, I'm gonna have to reset it manually, so no one can come in here if the game has not been reset by me. But if you want to leave for emergency reasons like allergic reactions to something or whatever, you can press this button and then leave from here. You could also press the button to get in, but I mean, if at one point you see that this, can you? Okay, thank you. If you see that the path is blocked, I mean, just get the message. It's not ready to be played. Come on. Hey. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have worked on since the last clip. Let me just reset all of that. Now what I want to work on, let's put those blocks back here. What I want to work on is a little system that will, I think I mentioned it, I don't remember because I never really remember anything that I say. I'm not really paying much attention to anything I say. You shouldn't either. Oh crap, I'm gonna need yeah, I'm gonna need some observers as well. Do I have some? Yes, I have them here. Super prepared. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I want to add some note blocks to add some sounds to this thing. So this line here of comparators will be observed, and so whenever a chest or a hopper empties, it will change the state of this comparator, and so it will send a signal down this line. I'm not gonna put one on top of this one here, simply because there's gonna be a different output from that one, basically. If so, what I mean by that is if it reaches this one is empty, it means all the lights are turned off and the game is over and you have lost. So it's not gonna be in the warning node blocks. It's gonna be in the you lost node block. Speaking of blocks in general, I really need to have some on me. Wow, super prepared. Let's take a bit more. So the way I'm gonna do that, actually, it's not just gonna be like a little ding when it sounds or when a light turns off. I want to have a system that makes it so that the more lights are turned off, the more the more node blocks are sound or are powered. So let's start with, I should have dug out a bit more beforehand, but I did not. So if I put this line here, to put it here, something like that. No, not you. So I can put a repeater here. I'm just gonna use stone for now. I'm not sure what note I want to use. But the system that I'm gonna use locked repeaters. Oops. So if I'm just gonna do the first one, but basically how it's gonna work. Right now this one is powered. So if I send a signal into this here, it locks this repeater. So if I remove all the blocks, it made a sound, and now this one here is unlocked as well. So if I empty this one as well, it made two sounds. Let's add a bit more delay just to show it. Wait, just a second. Okay, it needs some time to reset. There we go. It made two notes. Let's put a 2 tick delay between those. But yeah, that's pretty much how this part is gonna work. So using comparators and the signal that they send, we can have a cool little system here that has some cool sounds, or some I wasn't sure what I was saying, sorry. We have a system that has more sounds the longer or the more time we activate it. Hope it made sense. I hope I'm not saying too many stupid things. I probably am, but yeah, it's part of the deal, I guess. So now let's extend this. So I'm gonna extend this by myself. I don't need you to look at it or at me doing that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. What if I send it that way? No, that's not possible. Anyway, I'm gonna work on that, and then I'm gonna bring you back. And there it is. I made the whole thing. It's kind of a mess, but it's just to make sure that I have enough delay and that no redstone connector with anything, so that each line is unique. Also, I don't have the fifth one because there's only 4 redstone. There's only 4 of those repeaters that I need to lock or to unlock. So this last one, it's just gonna activate the whole thing because the last one will already be unlocked, if it makes any sense. And I also used iron blocks to make the metal xylophone sound. If we have 1, we have 2. Oops. We have 3. Let's put it all back there. There we go. So I think that's good enough for what we want to accomplish here. I'll fill that later. So yeah, it does the trick. I think it's cool. But sadly, that's all that I'm gonna do on camera for this project here, and that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, press a button or another. They all do the same thing to me. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.